On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball on the turf into running back speed.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out, hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Cade York on now for the field goal. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They're going to look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second and 2. And he'll be brought down at the 20. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes it to Ellison to the right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd down, Isaac. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A night. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Isaac. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down now. Isaac. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That one caught by Ellison. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's their quarterback as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners, and they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Off
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Now a handoff up the middle. Isaac. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down, Isaac. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep the lead at 8.
And anytime you see
They go play action here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. Up the middle they go. Isaac, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll drop to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Isaac. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down now, it's Stevenson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 40.
Got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Throwing to start the drive. Henson, and his first look is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Henson, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Henson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Reese. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reese. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you profess. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here, as so many defensive coaches have told you and me. All gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the...
Throwing to start the drive. Henson is going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Henson. His throw incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Operating from the gun, Henson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Henson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Murray. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there. A big one.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
On 1st down, it's Lamb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on 1st down. Lamb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Henson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Nick Bosa. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And as a quick little completion, got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Lamb. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Henson. The connection made, it's Graham. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
From the gun on 3rd down, Henson. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decided to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hughes. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Reese. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll run on first down. Isaac. And some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 33 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
The York on now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. On second down, it's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On first down, Lamb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Jackson will throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stat. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Bucs now. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Henson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Murray. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And one more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the second of our tripleheader here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Niners, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On 2nd and 10, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Jackson. That is caught with the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. On 2nd down now. Isaac and the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. That's from 25 yards out. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on 2nd down. Henson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Henson.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little...
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.